Hey guys, I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we are
Sisters of the South.
coming to you from the SOS studio with a
Bolo.
Before we get started, I just want to remind everyone to please hit the like button at the bottom of the screen. Subscribe for more true crime content every week, which is absolutely
free.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can see our faces every time we post another video. But I've heard a little rumor that some of you are watching us and not subscribing. So guys, remember to do that, please, so you can watch us anytime you want. So with all that craziness being said, I'm going to pass it on to Stephanie.
Yeah, we are going to hit the bolo, guys. Be on the lookout. We're going to take this bolo all the way over to Eagan, Minnesota today for a young man by the name of Bryce Borca. 23-year-old Bryce Borca was last seen around 2 a.m. on Sunday, October 30th, 2022, following an Uber Lyft ride with friends after they were partying and drinking all day in Stillwater, Minnesota. The group was dropped off at an apartment in the Coachman Road, Yankee Doodle area in Eagan, Minnesota. After being let out of the ride-sharing vehicle, Eagan Police Department report Bryce Borca reportedly demanded to walk home to his apartment, which was a couple of miles east of their current location. Instead of walking east towards his apartment, Bryce Borca reportedly walked westward toward Highway 13. The Yankee Tavern, the Eagan Gun Range, and the Minnesota River Valley. Around 2:45 a.m., one of the friends received a FaceTime call from Bryce. It appeared Bryce was lost, with the friend saying he looked like he was walking in tall grass and kept falling. According to the friend, it looked like he was in a tall, grassy, marshy area just north of the train tracks, just west of Highway 13 and Yankee Tavern. Unfortunately, Bryce's phone died during the FaceTime. A few friends went down to the train tracks behind the Blue Cross and Blue Shield grounds by the Eagan Police Gun Range, but could not find him. Later that morning, after the friends had not heard any updates from Bryce, they called 911 around 10:50 a.m. on Monday, October 30th, requesting a welfare check at Bryce's apartment. The friends reported that his car was there, but they have been unable to get a hold of him. Around 11:30 a.m. on Monday, October 30th, Eagan police went to Bryce's apartment, but Bryce was not there. Over the next few hours, several Eagan officers searched locations near his estimated last known location, including the Eagan Gun Range, Quarry Park, Strop Mall, Rocking Tattoo, Blue Cross and Blue Shield property, and the Dakota County Jail. He was not seen at any of these locations. Additionally, several local medical centers and hospitals and police departments, state patrol, and surrounding county jails were all contacted to see if anyone had heard or named Bryce Borca or fit his description. So they were, just checking around to see if maybe he had been arrested. They knew that in his FaceTime that he was intoxicated, basically. And so, he could have been picked up by the police. Maybe had hurt himself and had been taken to a hospital. So they were checking all the surrounding areas. So they were doing their due diligence. Cell phone tower pings for his last known location before his phone died, and emergency location requests were made to Snapchat to try and pinpoint his last known location. The cell phone tower ping put him roughly in the area of his last known location. A tie, which was believed to have been worn by Bryce, was also found in the area of his last known location per the cell phone tower. After they exhausted these resources, it was around 12:48 p.m. on Monday, October 30th, when Bryce Borca was officially entered as a missing person. Emergency personnel from various departments all across the Twin Cities metro came to assist Eagan Police Department search for Bryce, a search that went until dark and then was called off. The following day, friends and family of Bryce Borca organized a search with the community that brought around 250 friends, family, and strangers from all across the community together in what the Eagan police chief, Roger, knew would later say was one of the biggest turnouts he had ever seen from a missing person. At around 4:30 p.m., the Eagan Police Department released a statement saying they no longer needed additional volunteers to help in the search. Unfortunately, even with all the help, Bryce Borca nor any additional clues were found. No other official organized searches were done with the general public after that day, but several groups of people reportedly did searches on their own over the coming months. During the afternoon of October 31st, 2022, Eagan police asked residents and businesses in the area around south of Lone Oak Road, west of Pilot Knot Road, and north of Silver Bell Road to check their security cameras for any signs of Bryce Borca between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m. The Eagan Police Department does not believe any foul play is suspected in his case. They estimate around 45 tips have been received related to the case so far. They confirm Bryce was seen on local businesses' surveillance, but because it is still an open and active investigation, they could not provide any information with what the businesses had. Bryce still remains missing. Bryce would now be 24 years old. He is 6'1" and weighs 150 pounds. He has blonde hair and brown eyes. There was no information on what he was wearing at the time of his disappearance. I find that really strange because he was around a group of people, so you would think someone would have a photo or something to be able to say what Bryce was wearing, right? I mean, something. That always helps.
Yeah, and you can't always remember what people are wearing, especially when you're drinking. But it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to imagine. I mean, I'm old, and when I went out last weekend, we took pictures.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, when you've got a group of people, someone's going to take a photo, but, and I'm kind of stuck on that. It's not really that important at the end of the day as long as Bryce is found, but it kind of helps,
Right.
But if you have any information on Bryce or his whereabouts or any type of foul play, any rumors, anything, you're asked to please contact Eagan Police Department at 651-675-5700. And, we hear of young people who have a night out on the town and they maybe have too much to drink and they get maybe disoriented and they will go the wrong way. A lot of the times their phones don't have a full charge, just things like that. And
Stick with a friend.
yeah,
I know if you're drunk and you want to be alone, no.
yeah,
Stick with someone.
yeah. The buddy system literally helps.
Always have a friend with you.
It couldn't hurt.
No.
And if you have a friend who is extremely intoxicated, maybe even a little intoxicated, make sure they get home. It's
Yeah.
so important, guys. I mean, when you're young, you just don't think anything like this is going to happen, but it can.
It happens a lot.
So, yeah, stick with the buddy system. Make sure your friends and loved ones get home. I'm one of those that even when my sister is walking out to her car, even from my house to her car, I stand there till she gets in her car and drives off.
And then I text her when I get home.
Yes, that is like a family understanding.
Yeah.
That when you get home, let me know. So just keep that in mind. And if you have any information, reach out to the police. We're going to keep the story in the state of Minnesota and we're going to travel on over to Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're going to talk about Jessica Marshik. She is 36 years old. Her last contact was Tuesday, December 14th, 2021. She is between 5 foot and 5'1", slender, thin build, medium length brown hair, brown eyes, and normally wears glasses. Last contact with family and friends was Tuesday, December 14th, 2021. It is extremely out of character for her not to check in regularly with family and friends. She lives alone in an apartment building with a secure front door, must buzz to be let in or have key to unlock door. And her second floor apartment door was found unlocked and ajar with all of her belongings left behind. Her purse, wallet, phone, laptop, backpack, winter coat, and boots were all still there. And she's one of those that if it's just a little bit cold, she's going to be bundled up. And this was the cold time of year. We're talking about Minnesota, so it's not like here in Texas, 50 degrees and, we have a sweater on. It gets really cold there and she stays bundled up, and she left all of her stuff in her apartment. Her car was also left behind and parked behind her apartment building. Her apartment is located in southeast Minneapolis in the Marcy Homes neighborhood by Central Avenue Southeast, University Avenue Southeast, and East Hennepin Avenue. She frequents bars, restaurants, and stores on foot in her neighborhood. If you have any information regarding Jessica or her whereabouts, please contact the Minneapolis Police Department at 612 673 5701 and reference case number 21 289 840. And guys, we're going to put her information and a picture of her up here so you can get an idea of what she looks like. It doesn't sound good. It sounds like someone came in on her, or she opened the door to someone that she knew, and they didn't have good intent for her. And her family is desperately looking for her, and they want some answers. So if you can help out with that, we'd greatly appreciate it. If you have any information, reach out to the police department. And again, the holidays are amongst us, so what a wonderful gift it would be to be able to give some information to the loved ones, or to find them and bring them home. And so, with that being said, we're going to close for today. But until our next episode, please remember to see the good
and stay imperfectly perfect.
Thank you, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.